I can't wait for Christmas.
This is a special presentation from the Can't Wait for Christmas podcast studios. The made-for-podcast Christmas movie, A Bomb for Christmas 2. Past, present, and future. Act 5. Exterior, prison, day. The prison is engulfed in flames as the ghost of Christmas future and young Tracy stand near Gemma and old Tracy.
She blew up the prison.
Old Tracy lets go of Gemma's collar as she turns to take in the horrible scene. Old Gemma takes advantage of this distraction and knocks old Tracy off her feet. She runs off into the nearby forest.
Get up! You have to stop her!
Old Tracy lifts her head to stare at the burning prison, oblivious to her younger self. She sits, frozen with tears in her eyes.
It can't end like this.
Young Tracy takes off running after old Gemma. As she chases her deeper into the forest, she has to dodge more and more trees.
Stop!
Soon the forest is so thick with trees and branches, Tracy is having to squeeze between them.
I said stop!
The trees get thicker and thicker as Tracy tries to push through, almost as if the whole forest is closing in around her. Tracy strains to push through two giant sets of branches that are very close together, and when she finally does, she finds herself no longer in the forest. Exterior, football stadium, sunset. Tracy is surprised to see she has suddenly been transported to the football stadium. Two kids, Quinn and Patrick, walk by in McKringleberry jerseys.
Excuse me, boys. What day is this?
Pardon?
The date. What's today's date?
December 24th.
Yeah, it's Christmas Eve.
The boys run off.
Maybe there's still time.
Tracy runs towards a door that says staff only and bursts through it. Interior, football stadium, back room, sunset. We are back in the room shown to Tracy by the ghost of Christmas present. Joe McKringleberry is tied to a chair and unconscious. Gemma enters and pulls the detonator out of her pocket, slaps McKringleberry on the cheeks to wake him up, and slips the device into McKringleberry's pocket. She pulls off her hood.
Alana? You're alive?
No. Alana's dead thanks to you and your friends. I'm her sister, Gemma.
Interior, football arena, inner hallways, sunset. Tracy is frantically searching from room to room, trying to find Gemma and McKringleberry. Interior, football stadium, back room, sunset. Gemma puts a gag around McKringleberry's mouth and pulls the device out of his pocket and presses a button and speaks into it in her Russian voice.
Welcome back to the Christmas party. So glad you could drop by.
Who are you?
Interior, football arena, inner hallways, sunset. Tracy is frantically trying doors, but each one is another disappointment. Interior, football stadium, back room, sunset.
You will have to decide what to cut. But choose wrong and boom. You have about a minute to make up your mind. Good luck.
This isn't a game. Tell me which one to cut.
Gemma shuts off the communication device. Just as she's slipping it into McKringleberry's pocket, Tracy bursts through the door. The surprise startles Gemma, who drops the device and it clatters to the floor. Tracy points her gun at Gemma.
Freeze!
Gemma slowly puts her hands up, but stares defiantly at Tracy.
Keep those hands up and back away.
Gemma moves towards the wall. Tracy steps forward and removes McKringleberry's gag.
You okay, McKringleberry?
I'm a lot better now than I was a few seconds ago. But in the future, if you want to hang out, you can just text me. You don't have to go for all this trouble.
Tracy smiles.
How about that? You are constantly flirting with me.
McKringleberry shrugs as best he can in his tied-up state. Gemma takes advantage of the distraction and lunges at Tracy's gun. The two struggle and the gun is thrown across the room.
Oh no! My constant flirting leads to disaster yet again!
Tracy starts to go for the gun. Gemma starts to go for the detonator. Tracy sees this and tackles Gemma. The two trade punches as each tries to reach for the detonator. Cut to interior, Harlan Airlines flight, sunset. Holly and Bobby are crouched over the bomb.
How are you supposed to know which one to cut?
It must be some sort of logic puzzle. Green must mean something, red must mean something else, and I'm supposed to figure it out to pick which one of them is the one I should cut.
We're being terrorized by a 1960s Batman villain.
We cut back to interior, football stadium, back room, sunset. Tracy has almost got the detonator within reach when Gemma grabs her and throws her behind a nearby table. Gemma grabs the detonator.
You cannot stop me. I will avenge my sister this day. I win.
Tracy jumps up and lands on the top of the table just as the national anthem can be heard playing over the stadium speakers.
You can't have won. The game doesn't start until after kickoff.
Tracy flips in the air and lands a flying kick to Gemma's jaw. Gemma drops the detonator and is knocked out cold. Cut to interior, Harlan Airlines flight, sunset.
Holly, you've got this. Trust your instincts. I believe in you.
Holly starts to put the nail clippers on the red wire when the speaker crackles to life.
Holly? Holly, are you there? Tracy? What's going on?
You've got to listen to me. It's a trick. You've got to cut the red wire and the green wire at the exact same time. Anything else and the bomb goes off.
How do you know that?
You just have to trust me.
Holly positions the clippers over the wires.
Okay, here I go.
She cuts the wires. There's a tense moment of silence. Then the plane cheers.
Yippee-kayak, other buckets!
Tracy, where are you? What's going on?
I'm at the football stadium. It turns out Alana had a twin sister, Gemma, who was helping her last year, and she was going to take revenge on you and McKringleberry here.
Is Joe okay?
Yeah, he should be good to play his game tonight.
How did you find out what Gemma was up to?
Let's just say I took some initiative. Some Christmas initiative.
Holly smiles.
Is that an inside joke? Or am I supposed to know what that means?
I'll explain later. Thanks, partner. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Interior, football stadium, back room, sunset. Tracy smiles and puts the detonator in her pocket. She pulls out some handcuffs and cuffs Gemma.
I don't mean to sound impatient, but could you untie me?
Oh, right. Sorry.
Tracy unties McKringleberry.
Thanks.
You probably have time to make it down to kickoff. I'll call the captain and make sure the Troublemint twin here is locked up and won't cause any more trouble.
You know, Bobby has a box seat here. You're welcome to stay and watch the game.
Really?
Yeah, and maybe after we can get dinner?
I could think of worse ways to spend Christmas Eve.
Great, it's box 29. I'll see you after the game.
McKringleberry starts to leave.
McKringleberry, wait,
Tracy kisses him.
for luck?
Thanks.
He starts to leave again, but stops at the doorway.
And you can call me Joe.
He winks and goes out the door. Cut to exterior, football stadium night. Captain Willis is at a podium surrounded by reporters with microphones and cameras.
All we can say at this time is that there was a threat against Mr. McKringleberry's life tonight, but one of our detectives was able to thwart the plan, and the suspect is now in custody.
The camera pans over to a patrol officer putting Gemma in the back of a police car.
And I would have gotten away with it if it were not for those meddling cops.
The camera pans back over to the captain.
Well, someone just made their lawyer's job a lot harder.
Samantha, a reporter from KRMT News, flags Captain Willis to ask a question.
Was this at all related to the Christmas festival incident last year?
I am not able to divulge more details at this time.
What about Bonnie, the missing baggage handler from the airport who was reunited with her family moments ago? I'm hearing that this incident might be related.
I will defer to the port police on that matter. We're just glad Bonnie is safe and healthy so she can spend Christmas with her family.
Interior, football stadium broadcast booth night. The two announcers are seated at the desk watching the footage of the captain walking away from the podium.
And that was the scene outside the stadium only moments ago. Truly harrowing stuff. As for the game, it's halftime and Seattle leads 13-0. Great Christmas Eve game so far, and an inspired performance by star kicker Joe McKringleberry.
That's right, Bert. McKringleberry is really on his game tonight. Whatever this threat was, it certainly hasn't affected his gameplay tonight.
Well, Ernie, we'll see if he can keep it going in the second half. We'll be back with our halftime show after a few words from your local news station.
Interior, box 29, night. The camera pulls back to see that Tracy has been watching this on TV in the box seats. The TV cuts to a scene of Gern, George, and Betty at the Christmas festival.
This is Gern Blanston. Join me after the game for a full report on the Port Caldwell Christmas Festival, where I was the guest of honor. And I'll also be talking to festival organizer George Matheson and his wife Betty. How do you think it went this year?
Another great year. Everyone had lots of fun.
We were a little worried after all the excitement last year, but the Christmas spirit will always come through at the Port Caldwell Christmas Festival.
So true. We'll have more with George and Betty after the game.
Holly and Bobby enter.
Tracy! You stayed for the game!
Holly, what are you doing here? I thought you were flying to Colorado.
Well, turns out when there's a bomb on the plane, they don't just keep flying like nothing happened, even if you defuse it.
Yeah, they turned us around and we had to land back here in Seattle.
They couldn't book you another flight?
Funny enough, most of the other passengers were just making a connection in Denver, so they got booked on other flights directly to where they were going. But they didn't have any room on any flights to Denver until tomorrow morning.
Which is a real bummer because we'll miss Christmas morning with Holly's family.
I might be able to help with that.
McKringleberry enters. Bobby walks over to give him a big hug.
Hey, Joe! Merry Christmas! Glad you're all right.
And playing a great game tonight. But are you allowed up here during the game?
Yeah, they don't actually know I left. Just came up and check on the lady who saved my life tonight.
Tracy and McKringleberry exchange a glance. Bobby and Holly exchange glances, and Holly mouths, "It's about time."
But listen, I have a private jet and I was planning to spend Christmas in LA, but I'd be happy to fly you guys to Denver tonight.
Thanks, Joe. but Colorado is not exactly on the way to LA.
I'm sure I can find something fun to do in Colorado on Christmas.
You're certainly welcome to spend Christmas with my family. My aunt has this huge house with a ton of extra rooms.
That sounds lovely.
I'd be so bold as to say there's enough rooms for everybody.
They all look at Tracy.
Whoa, this is moving pretty fast. First it was just dinner, and now we're absconding to Colorado for Christmas.
Speaking of moving fast, I gotta get back before they notice I'm gone. Any chance I can get some of that luck for the second half?
Tracy and McKringleberry kiss. Then McKringleberry giggles nervously and leaves. Holly and Bobby look at Tracy.
Well, well, well.
Don't start. But did you know he had a thing for me this whole time?
Literally everyone but you knew he had a thing for you.
But how did you know about the wires?
Thanks to our Christmas Initiative friends, I discovered that Gemma had a locket with photos of her and Alana. One in a red sweater, the other one in a green sweater. I realized that both the wires represented the sisters, and that you can't just stop one, you have to stop them both.
We were being terrorized by a 60s Batman villain.
Well, it's not how I planned to tell you about the Christmas Initiative, but welcome aboard.
Well, better late than never. Now we're partners twice over.
I'll drink to that.
They all grab drinks from the fridge and make their way to the seats that face the football field. Cut to exterior football field night. The clock is ticking down for the last few seconds of the game. McKringleberry kicks the ball and it goes through the uprights of the field goal. The crowd cheers. The final score reads 16-14. Seattle has won. People storm the field, among them Tracy, Holly, and Bobby, who find McKringleberry, and they all have a big group hug. The camera pans up to the box seats where we now see Candace and the ghosts of Christmas past, present, and future. Interior, box 29, night.
You've got to stop stealing my lines, bro.
Sorry, it seemed to fit the situation.
Speaking of lines, I feel like something's missing.
God bless us, everyone.
He did it again!
Roll credits. A Bomb for Christmas 2, Past, Present, and Future, Act 5, was written, directed, and produced by Tim Babb, with the voice talents of Kiki Cronin as Tracy Chabert, Emily Sherb as Gemma Rikmanovich, Jeffrey Cronin as the Russian voice, Brendan Sherb as Bobby McTiernan, Trish Healy as Betty, Leslie Victorine as Samantha the reporter, Michael Babb as Quinn, James Babb as Patrick, and Danelle Babb as Holly McTiernan, with special podcaster guest stars Brian Earl from Christmas Past and author of Christmases Long, Long Ago, Surprising Traditions from Christmas Past as the Ghost of Christmas Past. Jacqueline Collier from Deck the Hallmark as Candace from the Christmas Initiative. Mike Westfall from the Advent Calendar House podcast as Captain Willis. Noah from Tancast as Joe McKringleberry. Edward Frizzell from That's Hindsight as George. Jerry D from Totally Rad Christmas as Bert. Sean Sotka from the Christmas Podcast as Ernie. And Alonzo Duralde from Linoleum Night, Maximum Film, Breakfast All Day, and Deck the Hallmark, and author of Have Yourself a Movie Little Christmas Revised and Updated Edition as the Ghost of Christmas Present. The Star Spangled Banner was performed by the 1995 Lincoln High School Chamber Ensemble graduating seniors. All of the music and sound effects were public domain and found at pixabay.com. This made-for-podcast Christmas movie is a work of fiction. Any similarity to actual persons living or dead or actual events is purely coincidental. Copyright 2025 by the Can't Wait for Christmas podcast, all rights reserved. Tune in tomorrow, Christmas Eve, for a special presentation of the full movie, A Bomb for Christmas 2, Past, Present, and Future, featuring outtakes and special messages from the cast.